Okay guys, how's it going today? So, little kitty in the window. Little kitty. She's like, what are you doing? Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyways, we got rid of the tree. And we took 2 more down. We did that today. You wouldn't even, well, you kind of would be able, you guys can't see now because it's too freaking dark. I forgot to come out earlier and make this stupid video, but yeah, the tree that fell was right here. You can see that okay, and there's a hole. And then I took this tree down, which was just a little guy. And then this tree here I took down earlier this summer. But we took this one down here too. You can see that. We took him down today too, because he was leaning out that way anyway, so if he was to fall, he would have fell that way. You can see the pickup tore up my yard. We actually cut this tree down and pulled it with the pickup. Same with that little one, but the other one we chopped up and got rid of it. And what's funny is that later on, there's a guy over there that was cutting it up, taking it for firewood, which is fine. My uncle thought that I was going to cut it up and keep it for keep the firewood, but I was like, nope, I don't want any of it. I told him I didn't want any of it. It's all going. So that's what we did. So, anyways, there's a couple of things I forgot to tell you guys in the last video. That video was already getting to be like freaking 50 minutes long, so, or it was 50 minutes long. So I figured I would cut it there and be done with it for today. Yeah, so we got rid of the trees. So we got rid of 3 trees. One that Mother Nature decided to wreck, and I decided to wreck 2 more. So now you can actually see a lot more of the sky. So there's another kitty. But yeah, that guy over there, or the guy actually that lives in the trees there, he cutted it up for firewood and took it. So, and I wasn't the only one that lost trees too. This guy's yard, over by where his trailer's at, he lost a tree, but this guy took it down for him because it was on the road. And then the neighbor next to my sister's old house, he lost his big giant tree. So quite a few trees went down that day. So, but it's kind of stupid, but you know, what are you gonna do? So, and yeah, hi Kitty, hi. Yeah, there's hope for the 400 yet, the tractor. The guy at the gas station there, I went and got some more gas for Big Red and John Deere. He said what was wrong with it and blah blah blah. And because apparently him and a few other buddies talked about it, and they said that it really shouldn't be too hard to fix. So there may be hope yet for the old 400 if they can get it fixed. I don't know. So yeah, so hopefully they can get it fixed. Maybe I won't have to buy a tractor then yet for a while. Even though I probably should, but so yeah, but anyways, that one day when we went grocery shopping, we went to North Dakota. I went there because I was going to look for a pair of shoes, and instead of getting like tennis shoes or whatever, I came home with these work boots, right? And my grandma didn't tell us until last minute that she has to stop at the John Deere dealer, which is a big mistake to do with me, because you know how I am with John Deere shit. I fall in love with it all. Regardless if it's new or old, I like it. So So my grandma said that she was going to go in there and she had to pick up a couple of belts. Well, they ended up giving her one wrong belt and they didn't even have the other freaking belt in stock. So she's got to go back there, I guess, again and get the correct size belts. So, anyways, while she was sitting there talking to to the guys at Deere there, I was snooping around looking at their equipment they got there on the lot. They had the nicest freaking gator, fully enclosed cab. I think it had I know it had the windshield wiper, but I'm not sure if it had the heater in it or not. But it was a Gator 825i. I think it was an I. That thing was fucking sick. You know, normally I don't really want a John Deere Gator because I'm more into the Polaris Rangers. But honestly, I guess I didn't really find anything wrong with that John Deere Gator. It was, it was new. Naturally, anything that's new is going to look the freaking damn nicest. But it honestly didn't look too bad. I can tell that people have been in it because the floors were dirty, but the seats still had their plastic on it, obviously to protect the seats. So the floor was like I think it was like a rubber or something, so that was easy to clean, Seen a nice John Deere 7800 sitting there. Well, it was used. That's like a full-size tractor, two-wheel drive, whatever. Used, obviously. It looks like it probably has quite a few hours on it. I bet you it's got to be at least close to 5,000 or maybe even closer to 10,000 hours on it. I don't know. The paint looked fine, but the paint on the step was all wore off. It was actually getting rusty because the tractor hasn't been used in a while. So, but yeah, it was a decently nice little tractor. Happened to come across a good old John Deere 1023E sitting out there in the lot. And I actually got to get up. It's been there all summer. I just never really ever got the chance to look at it until now. And that thing that was actually a lot bigger than I thought. So, now it had the egg tires on it, but that really shouldn't matter on how big it makes them look, really. But that was actually a lot taller. It was like it was taller. When I sat on it, I could tell that I felt higher up into the air, like compared to the XM24 where I feel kind of low. Of course, I'm used to that, I'm not used to how these newer ones are now, right? So, but it was really something because I sat on it, and looked at it and stuff, and it's honestly it was not too bad. I mean, I'm more worried about. I look at it. How do I want to say this? I kind of worry more about horsepower than the actual size of the tractor because I'm looking for something that's high on the horsepower list. So that's why I've been looking at a 1025R because it's got a little bit more horsepower. But I think even then a 1023E could probably do what I wanted to do. Real easy. But the thing is, well, like my mom was even saying too, is like, why don't you just trade this tractor in for that tractor? And I was like, yeah, but see, the thing is, with that tractor, I went on the John Deere website because there they allow you to kind of price them a little bit, depending on how you customize them or whatever. And for that, just for the tractor itself, you're talking like $11,000, which isn't bad. It's basically about the same as what a sportsman would be, Polaris Sportsman. And with a loader, they got two different kinds of loaders. One's about $2,000 and the other one's about $3,000. The one that's $3,000 is just a heavier version of it. I mean, it can take more abuse. So, and I never even priced off on the 1025R. Maybe I did. I don't remember. I think I did price them out with a more deck too. Obviously with the biggest deck possible, which is like a 60-inch. You know, they don't do the 62s or whatever, like it matters. But it just, I don't know. I think you'd still be paying quite a bit on it, either way you look at it. And I've heard some stories about them that they're not the greatest mowers in the world compared to the X700 series, where they have these different decks and they're actually really good at mowing. So that's kind of why I didn't really want to do a trade. Like, I can do a trade and it would save me a lot of money. Clean this tractor up, you know, get it really nice looking, and, you know, get like top dollar for it. But I kind of just wanted to do, like, I just wanted to buy the damn thing because I still wanted to keep the X724, because what if let's say the 1023E, if I do get that one or something, what if it's not a good mower tractor, you know? So, and I didn't really want to even use it for mowing. I just really wanted to use it for snow blower and loader work, and snow blower work, tilling work. You know, that kind of, a little bit of brush hogging, maybe some disking, cultivating, whatever. You know. So, it's just that the only thing is that the 1023E doesn't have all the nice features like the 1025R does. But I guess you always could do a trade up too. You know, get the 1023E with the loader, and that's basically it. Just get the loader and run that for a few years or something anyway, and save up some money as well while you're using this tractor, and then trade up to a 1025R, or maybe even whatever the next models will be after that. They might even do a 1032R, you know. It's, who the fuck knows? With John Deere, anything's possible. So that always could be an option as well. Get the little tractor, because I really do think that even that 1023E would have more than enough balls for it. I mean, it's only like 14 horsepower, but on the PTO, it would still run a 54-inch blower, or a 52-inch blower, just fine. I can even just use the fucking loader. At least the loader would be a hell of a lot nicer than the fucking blade on the four-wheeler. You know. But yeah, I mean, I guess I could always just do it. You know, just buy that tractor, run it for, you know, rock the son of a bitch for a few years, and then sell it, trade it in for a 1025R. Save up like $5,000, whatever. Because, you know, even with the 1025R, you're probably, or the 1023E, you probably could still get close to 10 grand back for it. If it's in really good shape. You know, the bucket obviously will be shit because I'm using it, but, you know, as long as it's not, you know, all banged up and rotted out, whatever, you can still get a pretty penny for it. And so that could be an option too, I guess. If it'll be there at the time when the time comes, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's not exactly, I mean, yeah, the tractor's missing a few things that I would like, but I think, you know, I mean, the only thing that the 1023E is missing is that it doesn't have the fender lights. Well, you could just put your own on, you know, I mean, just get the stuff from Northern Tool and, or whatever, you know, and put your own lights on it, on the fenders, you know, either temporary or permanently, just sell it with it. So, but yeah, so I don't know. It would be kind of an that's where this trailer and the trimmer come from. Was from my local John Deere dealer, which is where I go to get my oils from for both of the machines now. Shut up, leave her alone. Shut up, leave her alone. Stupid cat. So, that's where I got them two from. I've never ever bought anything big from them because they just didn't have what I wanted. So I didn't even look. So I ended up going like, almost an hour south to get a tractor. So I don't know if they would have had the. Well, either then he still would have been broke. I don't know. It's just whatever. So I don't know. I think even a 1023E, I guess, would get me by until something better came along. Just because it's on the cheaper side and crap. I still would like to know how much that 7800 is going for, that big John Deere tractor, because it had the row crop tires on it, the thin rubber tires on it, so whatever there. So still would have been a good baler tractor or a loader tractor or something. It basically looked like this, actually like this here. This is a 7510, the other one was a 7800, but they basically had the same setup, except it wasn't four-wheel drive, it was two-wheel drive. This is four-wheel drive, obviously, but the 7800 was a two-wheel drive tractor. I think it even had duals on it, but they didn't have the duals on it. So whatever happened to the duals, I don't know. They're probably in the back, I guess. But yeah, I kind of fell in love with the 1023E, though, even though it's not my kind of tractor. I guess it would do. I would have to put lights on it, though, like especially in the rear, because if you order it from John Deere, they want like $1 million just for a light kit. It's like, really? I could just go to Northern Tool and spend probably less than 100 and get the same amount of lighting out of it as what a Deere light would be. So, but yeah, I don't think I'd want to use even a 1025R. I don't think I'd want to use it as a mowing rig for my yard. Because it's not going to be as tight as what this XM24 is. That even though they say with the 1025R and the 1023R they have a much tighter turning radius now, but I don't really see how. So that's kind of why I wanted to keep the XM24, right? I didn't want to sell it. I wanted to keep it. So, because then I just keep that as a mower rig and have a bigger tractor, a slightly bigger one. Well, actually, the 1023E would have less power than this, but it's got more torque. It's diesel, and it's four-wheel drive, so you kind of get extra bonuses there even with that. So she probably would do pretty good in the snow. So I don't know. I may look into that a little bit. I have on John Deere. I haven't looked on Tractor House to see if there are any for sale, but I mean there are for sale, but I just never haven't. I haven't looked recently, so could be an option. I don't know. We'll see. We'll just see what the hell happens, because I don't know. We'll see. Well, it depends too if the 400 can get fixed or not. If not, well then I'm stuck buying a tractor. Got a car coming. Come on, cat, get over here. How you doing? So, must have went down that road, I guess. No? Where the hell did they go? Just stopped at their place there. But yeah, so you guys are not going to really be able to see me much here, but oh, the neighbor came home. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. I would like to see how much that John Deere 7800 is going for, though. Because that would probably be a good tractor to get, I bet. Even though it's not what I wanted, but it depends on the hours. If it's fucking got over 15,000 hours, I'm not going to bother. It's too wore out then. If it's got less than 10, it'll last. I don't know. It will just kind of depend. If it'll be there when the time comes, I don't know. And I don't even know what they're asking for. And what's so stupid is that they had the doors locked on it, because I actually wanted to hop in the cab. I guess, I mean, I could have asked for the key, but it's not like I was going to buy it anyway. I just wanted to look. But they had the doors on the tractor locked, but on the gator they were unlocked. And I'm pretty sure the gators are both the same as that fucking 7800 is. So, because John Deere just likes to rip you off, so. Like, really. But whatever. I don't know, maybe that tractor hasn't moved in a while. I don't know. Maybe it's been sitting there a while. And they just figured, well, no one's going to buy it, so we'll just leave it locked. So. But you know what they're asking? They're definitely not going to be asking cheap for it, because I've looked at other John Deere tractors on Tractor House, and they want so much more than IH. So that's why I'm thinking just sticking with IH, because, you know, IH is just so much cheaper. You know, I mean, basically for the same horsepower, you know, it's cheaper. And IH has more than John Deere, because John Deere only had the one PTO. I mean, you could swap them out between 540 and 1000, but with IH, both were on there. You didn't have to swap them, which is what the only good thing that IH really ever made. The cabs are decent. John Deere cabs are better, but I don't know. I want to go on Tractor House later and see what 7800s go for. That'll give me a general idea anyway. So, yeah. I still may have to, I think really in order to farm, like buy equipment for myself, depending on how things go, I may end up having to take out a bank loan or something for that, just to even get me started, because you know, things are expensive, and getting a tractor is going to be the worst of it, but I don't know. It will just depend on what happens, if they can get the 400 up and running or not. I probably should still invest in a tractor anyway, because the young guy hasn't even shown any up yet to cut our hay. He's probably still busy doing his. Meaning that our hay is now getting crappy. I mean, our hay is going to, if he doesn't come here I'm going to say within the next week and a half, the hay's done. There's no point in really even cutting it, because it's browning up. It's done for the year. It should have been cut last month, but it was raining quite a bit. But then that's when we got that, you know, when we finally got that break in the weather, he obviously went out and started cutting his fields first, because he's actually got more expensive crops than we do. I mean, he's got the alfalfa and some kind of an alfalfa grass mix. You know, we just have natural grass that grows there, so, which is shitty. So naturally, that's going to probably get cut last, because then it's not even, he said it's not even worth cutting, and I agree, it's shit, and it's actually shorter this year than it even was last year, so I think every year it's just going to get shorter and shorter and shorter. So I don't know. But I wouldn't mind upgrading my X724 to something bigger. Even the 1023E, I guess, would get me by. It's just that I wouldn't use it for mowing. It's just, I'd probably get a 3-point hitch mower and try that and see how that goes. But for a mid-mount mower, I ain't doing that. I'm done with mid-mount mowers. I know that they make auto connect ones now. How long they last, who knows? They probably wear out so freaking quick. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. If we get the 400 fixed or not. And, yeah. We will see what happens. And I know someone was suggesting an idea of to build a dump trailer from scratch. Because obviously you guys have seen the video on this cart. Yeah, it's been in the thinking books for quite a few years. Ever since I seen Bill T Max build his, I kind of been wanting to build one myself. For the X724, actually, I was going to build one. It was actually what I was going to do was I was just going to buy another cart like this from Northern Tool. Get out of my face! Fucking mosquitoes. God, that's stupid. They're right in your fucking face. So yeah, I was just gonna get another steel cart like that, and then I was gonna actually put a hydraulic cylinder on it and run it off the XM24's hydraulics. So, and if I get a 1023E, I can just run it off that hydraulics too. It'd be a lot more powerful than the XM24's, but it'll do. So, I figured that would be a cheaper way of going, but I have thought about building and actually building one. But it would be a lot of work, and there's a lot of bits and pieces to it, and my welder's not big enough to, to weld that kind of steel, because you got to make it heavy enough where you can beat it up, not tear it up, You can be rough to it, So I'm not too sure what happens to this John Deere car. I haven't even looked at it. It's been such a busy day today, and I actually used it a little bit today too. I had to, so I just drove it as it is. It's back here in the shop now because I gotta get to looking at it, which I'll probably do tomorrow or something else don't fucking happen. But I think that maybe there's a. I kind of wonder if that rim's not wore out. That's how you eat mosquitoes. Fucking A. Because I'm feeling this, and the back. I'm not even going to show you because you guys are not going to see it. But the back side of the rim. There's no play in it. It's all here in the front. So it's telling me that something's wore out. Either half the bushing's exploded and gone, or the rim took a beating and fell off. I don't know. Or it's warped. I kind of wonder if it didn't turn into... I don't even have that now, do I? Well, like what happened to the air compressor wheel. Someone fucking wore that rim right the fuck out, and it was so wobbly. I mean, obviously you see now, I got brand new wheels on it. Well, they're about a year or so old now, but they're not dickered like the other ones. I have one left. Cause I saved the other rim because it was still good. There wasn't nothing wrong with it, so I figured why throw it away? It was still good. Yeah, this is the good one. That's the good one. I got a bolt in there. I think I was going to do something with it, but the other one I think I might have gotten rid of. But the rim, or where the bushing went into the rim, it was just all bent and warped, and it's like someone heated it up, put weight pressure on it, and bent it out. Like it was shot. It was done. That's why when I rolled it around, the rim would always, do this. That's what my John Deere cart's doing now. So I kind of wonder if I don't have that rim problem going on too. I mean, yeah, I worked this damn thing pretty hard, like hauling dirt. And the tillers, hauling dirt and hauling the tiller is probably the worst things I do to it. Hauling trees is probably nothing for it, but it's rated for 1,000 pounds, and I don't think I'm hauling 1,000 pounds worth of dirt. Maybe I am. Tiller, definitely not. That weighs probably like 100 pounds, if even that. So I don't know what's wrong with that freaking rim. So I may look in the book and see what was in there. See if maybe if it was a bushing, because maybe I can just order the bushing if the rim's not shot. If the rim is shot, then John Deere will have to give me a whole new rim and tire. I might as well just. This one's junk. Get a new one. This one's fine, but doesn't keep air. But maybe I'll tell them that I want this one too. I'll keep this as a spare. See, that one rolls okay, and that one doesn't. See that? It's got some friction to it. So listen to that. You can hear it grinding. I mean, it's probably out of grease, but the bearing's probably not there. Just listen to this wheel now. Listen to this one. You hear absolutely nothing. It's quiet. The little bangs that you're hearing is the trailer hitch moving, because it's not like solid, right? So this rim, something's wrong with it. The bushing's probably out. I don't know, bearing or something's probably out of it, but I'll have to see. Hopefully it's just like a bearing that I can replace myself. Don't have to take it back to John Deere and have them work on it. Because that would kind of suck, but yeah. And then again, today, or just a little while ago actually, I was over at the farm and the siren started going off. Bunch of one fire truck and an ambulance and some kind of a service truck or whatever came into town. The ambulance and the service truck went to the school, but then when they got to the school, they turned their lights off and left. The fire truck went down that road over there. You guys can't even see it now because it's so dark out. But they didn't stay. And I actually talked to the ex-mayor, which is the guy that lives over there now. He was out mowing, and I stopped and chatted with him, and he was wondering what the hell was going on. I was like, dude, I have no fucking clue. So then we were actually sitting right there at the stoplight, or the stop sign, and we were chatting, and that's when we seen them pulling up. So, but then there was also a lot of traffic too that was pulling in at the school too, but I don't know, it was weird. Because they pulled up and then they left right away. They didn't even stop, nothing. So I don't know if it was maybe just like a false alarm, or if they had gotten the situation under control and they didn't need them, or who the hell knows, right? I mean, who the hell knows? We just don't know. So could have been anything. I know that guy said that he was going to go find out where they were at. If he was going to tell me, I don't know, but he might tell me tomorrow, I don't know. So, but yeah, it's just so freaking hilarious that, I mean, I don't know what the hell really happened because they didn't stay. So, I mean, even he was kind of confused on it because he seen them pull in and they pulled right out. So, I mean, we're both pretty like, what the hell just happened? Because nothing happened. But it could have been a false alarm. Who knows? We'll find out at some point. So, and here's another disgusting story. And this one kind of makes me sick, but this, anyways, there's these kids. Obviously, you guys have heard about. I've been telling you about that little red station wagon that keeps roaring through town and tearing up the streets. Well, apparently they live over here now. They live at their stupid greenhouse now because they got kicked out of their parents' house because the parents moved. Well, their kids are old. They're older. You know, they're like old enough to own a home. You know, they're like in their 20s or whatever. So the mother said that her boys could live in the house, but they ended up destroying the house at some point. So she kicked them out. They moved over here. And apparently now this guy, one of the guys ended up in the hospital. I forget what they called it now. But you can get it. You can get it from smoking cigarettes, and you can get it from doing too much drugs. I forget what it is now, but everyone sticks up for the poor bastards, thinking that, oh, it's just from him smoking too many cigarettes. Listen, you don't get that at a young age, and from smoking cigarettes. You get that when you're middle-aged or old-aged smoking cigarettes. The only way you're going to get that at a young age is doing drugs. Really heavy drugs, and that's probably what he was doing. But anyways, he ended up in the hospital, and eventually he got up, but they still had the needle in his arm or his wrist or whatever the hell it is. He pulled it out and said he's walking out. He says, I can't afford this big bill. Well, you're stuck with a big bill anyway, bud, because the ambulance had to come pick your ass up and take you to the hospital. So you're stuck with $1,000 bill right there. Even probably $2,000. How do I know? Because I've been in a few of those fucking things. So, yeah. I'm still paying on those stupid ambulance bills as well. So, yeah, he's going to be stuck with at least probably a $2,000 bill. You know. Plus, when they did work on him on the hospital, and he refused to take a drug, or not a drug test, he refused to allow them to take blood from him. Obviously, knowing because obviously he had done drugs and they didn't want him to. They didn't want anyone to know, so he refused it. Of course, well, if you refuse it, then we know. And either way, we're gonna know. So it's so stupid. But anyways, I don't know if it was the same kid or not. Could have been a different boy that's living with them now. But anyways, they live with this other family now. That lives in that greenhouse. They all moved together now because they're all fucking stupid to do that. Well, anyways, let me just kind of start from the beginning. Which doesn't make any sense. The father that lives in this house, okay, he's got boys. I think he's even got a wife, I don't know. Maybe he don't, I don't know. But he's got kids of his own anyway. He had an older daughter, which is no longer here. She moved back to Georgia. Well, he kicked her out because he didn't want her hanging out with these kids because they were all bad boys and they all did drugs and whatever, and he didn't want that. Okay? So she said to hell with it, and she went back to live with her mom in Georgia. Okay, well, he still got some girls, some younger girls, and the one that I'm about to talk about was 16. Well, she's 16 years old right now, and she's pregnant. Apparently, she's pregnant by a 21-year-old or a 22-year-old or something stupid like that. So you're telling me that you didn't want your older daughter to hang out with them because they did they did drugs, but you're letting your 16-year-old daughter hang out with a 21-year-old or whatever, however fucking old this cunt is, and you let her get knocked up. That makes no sense because you refused your first daughter to freaking hang out with them, but you're letting your youngest one hang out with them, and now she's knocked up. You know, that's rape. That's actually a special name. It's like something rape. I don't remember what it is, but it's something rape because he had sex with a minor, and that's actually considered like some kind of it's rape basically. Like I said, there's a special word for it. Something rape. I forget what it is now. You know, but the father could go after the son of a bitch, but yet he's not because he's letting them live with them. Like, you're so strict with your oldest daughter, but now you don't give a fuck about these. That's what happens when you move here. Damn mosquito! You move here and you let all these faggots get to you. You know, they get to you saying, "Oh, we're not bad people. Oh, we don't do drugs and whatever. Your kids are safe with us." Yeah, fuck. Yeah, right. And 2 months later, their freaking daughter's freaking knocked up from a fucking 21-year-old or a 22-year-old or whatever the hell it is. I mean, and will he go after him? I doubt it because he's living there. The guy that got that girl knocked up is living in that very same house. It's like, really? If that was my daughter, I'd fucking kill that kid. I'd kill that guy. I wouldn't give a fuck because you know what? He raped my child. That's fucking bullshit, bitch. I would put you 6 feet under the fucking ground, and if I don't put you 6 feet under the ground, you're going to be missing a lot of body parts because I'm going to break them off. And the doctors would not be able to fix that. They would have to cut them off. That's bullshit. I would never fucking allow that. Fucking never. That is why if I do have kids in the future, they won't be hanging out with any of these faggots because you never know. My daughter may come home at 15 years old and she'll be knocked up. And I'm going to want to know who the fucking son of a bitch is, you know, because I'm going to take his ass to court and then I'm going to beat his ass. That's bullshit, man. Keep your freaking dick in your pants and wait until she's an adult, or go find a woman that's the same age as you. Like, how sick are you in the fucking head? What makes you think that it's okay to have sex with a minor when you're like 20-something fucking years old? But you think it's okay to knock up a minor? I understand that, you know, minors do get pregnant, but most of the time they get pregnant by other minors. So then it probably wouldn't really be considered rape because they're both of the same age. But I consider this rape because he's an adult, he should know better, and she's just a freaking child. The father should fucking know better than that. But he don't give a shit because he's fucking a stupid little cunt. It's like, really? It's only a matter of time until they all get freaking knocked up, you know? Because it's just stupid. Absolutely fucking stupid. And then I had heard somewhere down here in Minnesota that there's been some people, they don't really know who, but it was reported by a farmer that some of his cattle have been killed. Because he's a farmer, he raises cattle, and they were killed. They were actually shot, and they found, I guess, like beer bottles or whatever in the field too. So by where the cattle are at. So I guess apparently a lot of people are thinking that the people were probably throwing the bottles at the cow, and then they shot it, or they shot it first, and then they killed it, and then they were throwing bottles at it. However that went, I don't know, but that's just stupid to fucking do, man. Because you know what? Did you ever think that maybe that cow that you just killed, you know, maybe that cow was gonna feed a family. Maybe it was gonna feed your family. Maybe it was going to feed, you know, that guy that was I mean, do you not think of that fucking shit? You're killing an animal that's feeding the world. Without farmers raising cattle, chickens for eggs, and for just the chickens themselves, if we didn't do that kind of shit, all you sons of bitches would be starving. All you sons of bitches would be eating the grass. Because there wouldn't be any food here. And then you guys wouldn't be able to really hunt deer a lot, because deer would probably just eventually get wiped out of this planet. Because there's too many people now, you know, and they're freaking killing them off. So, which, well, come on over here, because we got plenty of them. So, but you know, it's just stupid. And it's not even your animal. You're not the one that's paying to, you know, feed that animal. Take that animal to the vet, you know. So, it's like, have some respect. If you did that to my cow, and if I caught you, again, I'd beat your ass until you bleed out. Because that's bullshit, man. That is bullshit. That's just fucking garbage. You wouldn't be able to do that to my cow, and you wouldn't be able to do that to my freaking daughter. I can tell you that right now. You know? It's very freaking stupid. How dumb are you people? But everyone around here thinks everything, you know, that's wrong is okay because they're stupid. And, you know, we live in a hick town and no one gives a fuck. You know? Well, it just looks stupid because you know, the father refused the first child, the oldest child, to hang out with them, but you're letting your 16-year-old hang out with them. You know? And they all do fucking drugs, we know that. But you just got done saying that you didn't want your oldest daughter to do that. Okay, well, she left, went back to Georgia to live with her mom, and now you got the 16-year-old one that's now pregnant and probably also does drugs. How is that okay? How does that even fucking make sense in your mind? Because it sure in hell don't make sense in mine. If you were going to refuse your daughter, your first daughter, or your oldest daughter, to not hang out with them, you should be that way with all your kids. That's the way I'm going to be with my kids. And I will raise my kids that if they get picked on in school, to start throwing these fucking things. Don't sit there and just fucking take it. Even though they say you know, just laugh with them, you know, or, yeah, just laugh with them if they call you names. Apparently that's supposed to just piss them off. Well, if you piss them off, then they probably come back for more. But you know what? I think doing this is a lot better. And I think they would learn something from that, especially if you break their fucking jaw. You know, if I could go back in time and go back to school and take this knowledge with me, I'd be kicking ass compared to back then when I didn't. I just took it, you know. If I could go back in time and kick their fucking damn asses, I would do it. I wouldn't care if they fucking kicked me out of school. I'd be like, I don't give a fuck. Maybe you should learn how to fucking raise your child better then. But then again, too, the teachers didn't ever help though. They just said, suck it up. Go talk to the fucking kid that started it, you know? It's like, holy shit, are you that stupid? Bad parenting. It's all bad parenting. This world is just going to freaking hell so quick. It's unfucking real. Everything's so stupid. Like, I'm even afraid to have kids. Because my kids now have to grow up in this bullshit, you know. It's like, wow. I mean, yeah, you could go live in, basically in the middle of nowhere where you're pretty much far away from everything. But it's still not far enough. And you people wonder why I want to carry a fucking gun. I can give you about maybe 15 million reasons why I want to carry a gun right now. Number one, to protect my ass. That's the number one fucking reason. Number two is to protect my family. So, bullshit. But yeah, if any of those motherfuckers ever did that to my kids, I'd beat their ass. You know, I mean, if they were a minor, you know, if a minor kid got my minor daughter pregnant, I probably wouldn't beat the fucking kid up, but I'd sure beat the fucking parents up though. Because, you know, hitting kids is not it's not a good thing to do when you're an adult yourself. You should know how to handle situations. Well, I wouldn't go after the child. I'd go after the freaking parents. I'd beat them senseless. You know, but if it was an adult that got my child pregnant, he's still considered adult, so I can go kick his fucking ass. I will fucking kick him. I will break every damn bone in his body. I will break his fucking neck. I will give him internal brain damage. You know, you're gonna get it. So stupid. But yeah, so anyways guys, I guess I'll probably take off. Just want to give you guys that little bit of a story. This video ended up being longer than I would like it to be. So yeah. Alright guys, I'm going to take off. So I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah. Thanks for watching guys. Take her easy.
Thank you.